Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Taurus Cross Watchers. Thank you so much for joining me at Aquarian Node. I do apologize that these messages are getting out to you guys a little bit late, but I am going to try to make this short and sweet. I do want to thank you all for your continued love and support. You guys are definitely appreciated, and I love all of you. I wanted to let you know that, okay, let me tell you this straight up already. I already know that your message is going to be less than favorable. I just want to clarify, okay? First of all, if this message don't vibe, let it ride. If this don't fit into your life, please do not force it to. Second thing is, I am but a messenger, okay? I meditate over the cards, and I put in a lot of work actually to be able to do these collective readings, which is not the easiest thing to do because there are so many energies that I'm trying to decipher. And so it's imperative that you know that I don't have messages to hurt anyone. My goal always is to help you all in the best way that I can. When I meditate, I specifically ask for spirit to guide the cards as well as my words so that I can be of the best assistance to you in regards to these situations. So I just wanted to share that really quick because I have a feeling that this reading might not be the most lovey-dovey, and some of you might be upset with me, and I just want you to know, like, it's not me, okay? Also, I am doing a giveaway for the month of December. I'm doing something special this month, and so instead of giving away one free 20-minute reading to one subscriber, I'm going to do give away three 20-minute readings to 3 lucky subscribers. All you have to do to be entered in for the opportunity to win is subscribe to my channel and then leave a comment on this and any of the December 2019 love readings. Doesn't have to be just this reading, it can be any of the ones that I've already posted. So there's that. The other thing was you had flippers. I saw the Ace of Swords. Also the 8 of Cups showed up 3 times. 3 times the 8 of Cups popped up. What was the other ones? I saw the Queen of Wands, and yeah, but the 8 of Cups showed up 3 times. I was like, okay, so I'm about to tell them something that they don't want to hear because you guys are so stubborn and set in your ways, and sometimes it's really hard for you to walk away from something, even if you know that it's wrong. So let's see what you got going on. I feel like you need one more. Oh, I do apologize in advance as well because it is later in the day and my neighbors are ghetto. So it is highly likely that you will be hearing noises and all sorts of foolishness. I do apologize in advance, but I've been super busy. I'm trying to get my organization together, and therefore I've been distracted with that. My early mornings, I have to, I have a whole system of how I do my life in the mornings. And so that definitely has definitely been affecting the way that the way that I've been able to upload these messages. Yeah. So anyway, and I'm most creative early in the morning. I was born early in the morning. I know that's TMI. I probably shouldn't have told y'all that, but I was born early in the morning, and so I feel like that plays a part in why I'm an early morning person and why I'm most productive early in the morning. So I've been, instead of dedicating my early mornings to these readings, I've been dedicating them to getting my organization set up and running so that I can essentially have more time to be able to do these readings and do them in a more consistent and dependable manner. But it's going to take some time. It probably won't happen. I probably won't have everything running to where smoothly enough to where I can, you know, commit to these readings until next year, middle next year. But my planet placements right now are just prime for me to be successful. So I've been taking advantage of that as well. But anyway, enough about me. Time for you. What you got going on? Base chakra. So this is Spirit saying that this is what you need to work on, the I am. This is also located at the base of your spine. So you definitely need to work on affirming something. Movement, choices, decisions. Absolutely. And because it's next to the spiritual union card and they're both number 2s, I do feel as though you're making a decision about an opportunity to begin a new relationship, or possibly you have recently met someone and now you're trying to determine whether or not you want to intensify this relationship. I also feel a huge shift with this energy. Like there's going to be changes that are going to affect every aspect of your life. So this could definitely also be indication of a marriage. Then you have triumphant success. I don't know if I said this, but I got that there was a lot going on with your work environment as well. Because something else flipped when I was shuffling. It was a pentacle. It was a pentacle. I can't remember which one. Which one was it? Which one was it? I can't remember. But anyway, triumphant success. And so typically with this particular card, this is in a communication. This is something dealing with your mind, your whatever obstacles you might be dealing with. You're going to be able to overcome that. It could be in regards to these decisions and this movement, choices, and spiritual union. And then you have discontent and boredom here. I feel as though there's going to be a shifting in your environment soon. For some of you, I feel that you're already in a union that has soured. You had a deep connection with this person, but I feel as though you lost a bit of what made you you, what made you yourself. Maybe you kind of lost your identity in this relationship. And so for some of you, I feel as though this discontent and boredom is you realizing that the edge has disappeared in this relationship, and now you're contemplating leaving this relationship. That's for some of you. For some of you, this discontent and boredom, I feel as though there's like just kind of a lull. Maybe you're not feeling, you're experiencing a lack of support from your immediate environment. You could also be going through a period of depression as well. I feel as though some of you are reluctant to actually express your emotions regarding that, as though you feel ashamed of your situation. Depression is nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, it's a mental condition, you know, and there are ways to help you out of that. So if that's the case, I just want to share that really quick. And then you have stand your ground. So there is something that Spirit is saying that you need to make sure you are holding firm to. You exercising your willpower to reach this triumphant success. So if it is something like depression, or if it is feeling as though you have a lack of support in your immediate environment, or if it is you feeling as though this relationship has dissolved from what it was into something that is less than fulfilling, Spirit wants you to know that you have the ability within you to hold firm to your beliefs, your principles, and be successful in that endeavor. And it might involve you communicating to these individuals that surround you, and possibly your spirit family, because spiritual union doesn't necessarily have to mean one significant other. These could be those that surround you, that are part of your soul family. You communicating with them the truth about how you feel, and holding firm to making the decision to be more expressive and be honest as well. Absolutely. Then you have, financial and material changes. And so whenever I see this card, I always think divorce. And so that further aligns with my belief that some of you, you're not going to hear what I say. Some of you are going to disregard this reading because it's not lovey-dovey. But I feel as though some of you are going to be dealing with the dissolution of a relationship, possibly a divorce, after making the decision to get married to someone. But now you're realizing that you are not happy in this situation, and you need to hold firm and stand your ground against possibly this person and express yourself. You know, find what makes you unique in your being, and be ready to move forward in that knowledge. Be ready to be you. I am happy. I am ready to resolve my issues. I am ready to reach out to the people that I love. I am ready to make this commitment to moving forward, because this could also be an opportunity in career, because I did see that Pentacles, and we'll find out more about that, of course. But so different scenarios there. If it don't fit, you know, if it don't vibe, let it ride. If it don't fit in your life, please don't force it to. But then you have the Three of Cups here. So I'm definitely getting marriage again. I'm also getting, you know, that soul family situation, and this is also celebration and joy. And so I feel as though at one point you were very happy, surrounded by love. You have the Ten of Cups here, and so this is complete happiness. This is you being successful and surrounded by those individuals that support you emotionally and make you feel more fulfilled. But then you have the Page of Wands in reverse. So this could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But this is also someone who is definitely in their head about something and unwilling to be communicative, unwilling to express what they have going on in their mind. And I feel that this is the energy that you're taking on right now. And then you have the Page of Pentacles here. And so this is a gift, a financial offering here. So there is going to be an offer. This could also be another earth sign, another Taurus, or a Virgo, or a Capricorn in your scenario. But someone coming in to either inform you about a financial opportunity. This could be that job offer that I was thinking. I don't know if I stated that earlier, but I was getting a career vibe from this. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles here, and she's in reverse. So I do feel as though this could be a Virgo specifically, but it could be any earth sign, Capricorn or Taurus. And I do feel as though this is your energy right now. You not wanting to take this offer for some reason. It could be because it's going to require you to move here. That might be why you're not willing to take the offer, because you don't want to make this movement. You might be comfortable where you are. You feel as though you're already surrounded by your spirit family, and you don't want to make this move. You don't want to take this risk, because at one point you were happy. You enjoyed where you were. You were just very appreciative of the circumstances, but something shifted in your environment, and now you're depressed and you don't want to be there anymore. You need to stand your ground. Remember why it is. Remember what it is and why it is you are out of your element. The Queen of Pentacles, I feel, is definitely you feeling out of your element, not being in your highest and most positive being. And so Spirit is saying you need to look at this offer, though. You need to look at this offer. You have the Nine of Wands. Absolutely. So this is very indicative of you having planted seeds, having, committed to something mentally and physically as well, but having put in work. And so you being reluctant to move forward into anything else. You not wanting to make this change. But if you don't, you're going to just stay in this Queen of Pentacles in reverse energy. That's not going to benefit anyone. That's not going to allow you to be successful and to grow. And you have options in front of you that are going to provide you with this mental and emotional fulfillment. There are definitely multiple options for you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be multiple people, though I do get that vibe for some of you. You do have choices. If you're single, I do feel as though you have choices with other individuals. Even if you're not single, I feel like some of you are in a relationship or coming out of a relationship, and you are just not willing to accept any offers because you have decided that you want to be stuck. You've essentially decided that you are content with being out of your element, and that's not good. That's not healthy. If you are dealing with depression, you definitely need to find an outlet. Talk to somebody, friend, family, co-worker, anyone that you trust that can get you out of this feeling stuck and an unhappy state. And I do feel as though you have an opportunity to have a conversation with someone. The swords are indicative of communication, and you need to, stand your ground, hold firm to what you know is going to benefit you in the long run. And I feel as though that is going to be you opening up this channel of communication. You have people around you that support you. You have family, you have friends, you have, people that love you, that can take you away from this. Whomever this was, I feel as though you were dealing with this Page of Wands energy, and that is what has you feeling this discontent and boredom. Absolutely. Something happened in this possible relationship or this possible job environment that is preventing you from... It could be that you are receiving different offers in a career and you just don't want to move. Or possibly your significant other has received other opportunities in career and you're contemplating, you're contemplating, look at that, Queen of Pentacles under the Queen of Pentacles. Ain't that something? She's up right now though. So, Yep, I knew this was going to be something you ain't want to hear. You don't want to hear this. I would probably get like so many thumbs downs on this video, because when y'all don't like something, you guys like to express it. Not hurting my feelings though. I'll tell you straight up, I really don't care. If your thumbs down ain't followed up by constructive criticism, it really means nothing. I really don't care. Because these readings are free, baby. You ain't got to listen if you don't like it. Sorry. I'm having a little bit of a moment here. Sorry. Sometimes I fidget to ground myself because I will get lost in your emotions. And I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm really getting good at not allowing that to happen. But sometimes it does, and it's happening now. So just bear with me while I get myself together. And if the cards are not in straight order, sometimes it gets to me. All right. So you have the Two of Swords. This is a decision that needs to be made, a logical decision. I feel as though possibly this movement and choices, either you recently got a job opportunity or this other person recently got a job opportunity. This could also be you choosing between one person or another. Could be a fire sign, you needing to choose between a fire sign and an earth sign. Also you choosing to open up that line of communication to express how you're really feeling. Right now you're stuck and not really sure what to do, and you're terrified to make a change. You have the Death card in reverse. And so you are scared and unsure about moving forward in something. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio. Yeah, look at that. Then you have the Seven of Swords in reverse. How interesting. And so I feel as though you are going to be opening up you or someone is going to initiate this conversation that needs to be had to reveal the truth about something. Possibly someone has been sneaking behind your back, lying to you, stealing from you. That might have been what this disruption was in the relationship that you're currently in. Or I also get for some of you, you're engaged right now and you're about to get married, and now you're questioning whether or not you want union with this person because you probably found something out about them and you are too embarrassed or ashamed to actually express this information to other individuals because you feel as though it's going to make you look a certain way. If somebody's doing you wrong, that's their problem. That's not your problem. You should never be ashamed of being vulnerable, because it's not on you how they treat you. It's on them how they treat you. You get what I'm saying? You should never be ashamed of something like that. You have the Two of Cups here in reverse. So yeah, I do feel as though there's been a change in this spiritual union. What started off grand and divinely guided and fulfilling has now dissolved into a very emotional wreck, and it has you out of your element, like I said, and which is further clarified by the Hanging Man, and the Hanging Man is in reverse. And so I feel as though and at one point you were very optimistic about this situation, and you were very confident in your movement, and now you're not so sure. Okay, further reiterating you being out of your element. And I feel as though it could also be this other person too. Remember, in this situation, the energies can go either way. It could be you or it could be your person. But then you have the Queen of Pentacles, and she's upright now. So she's more confident now. She is financially stable. She is aware. And she's ready to make sure that all her ducks in a row so that she can be successful in whatever plans that she has going on. This could also be you making the decision to take that job opportunity. Maybe you watch this and you think, hey, well, look, I know that I'm going to be successful in it. I need to go ahead and make the move. Because you have the sun here, and the sun is indicative of completion. It's also indicative of overwhelming success. This is success emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, all of that good stuff. And it being next to the Queen of Pentacles and touching the Queen of Pentacles, baby, let me tell you something. You got something on the horizon that's for you. Are you ready to make the decision? And I see that you are, because you have the Two of Wands here. The Three of Wands here. So this is you making the mental dedication to doing what you need to do to be able to start a sturdy foundation, one that's going to be prosperous for you in the long run, and one that's going to be mentally stimulating as well. Yeah, you're going to have success in that. You're going to be able to get back to who you are. Oh, you could also be dealing with a Leo. And then you have the Seven of Wands here. And so stand your ground. Further clarification, stand your ground. Okay, you need to hold firm to what you have already decided, whatever it is, whatever is going to bring you this ultimate happiness and success. You need to make sure you hold tight to that idea, that concept, that state of being, knowing that you are going to be able to overcome and get back on track. Hold firm to that, because it's going to be what allows you to be successful, essentially. And if you don't, you have the Four of Wands here. So this is the dissolution of this happy environment that you've built for yourself. However, even though it is in the reverse, I don't feel as though this is a negative, especially considering the cards that preceded it. I feel as though once you do stand your ground, you are going to end up moving out of a home or whatever situation. It could be a career, whatever situation that has served as your solid foundation for a while. Your decision to stand your ground is going to disrupt that. And so that doesn't have to be a negative. And in fact, because the sun is here, I don't feel that it is a negative. I feel like this is going to be a positive dissolution that needs to happen. Oh man, I knew it was something else. And it was this. I'm trying to tell y'all the way Spirit uses me. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the Mother of Swords that flipped. Never mind. Sorry. I got so excited. I love confirmation. I couldn't remember what flipped with this deck. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. That's probably why I can't remember. Well, you actually did have a lot of cards, but it was none of these flipped. None of the Rider-Waite Tarot decks cards flipped, but I can't remember what flipped. I don't think any flipped with these two. Oh, by the way, so sorry. I'm saying this so late. I should have said this in the beginning. So the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, I use that to kind of frame the message so I understand what you're dealing with. This is your theme for the month. Then the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, I use to clarify those energies so I can get some more insight to be able to assist you in the best way possible. And then the outcome, I use the Golden Tarot, the Gilded Tarot deck. And then for your advice, I use the Wild Unknown by Kim Krans. And I use her deck because it's very blunt, it's very to the point. It can also be very harsh. And so what comes out, with this deck, you probably really ain't gonna want to hear, but I can only tell you what spirits and the cards say. How you interpret it, how you use it is absolutely up to you. Oh, Temperance was the other one that came out. I love validation. All right, here's your advice. If you choose to listen to it, which I know some of you won't. Some of y'all are really, really stubborn. Some of y'all are so loving to a fault too, though, to where you are blindsided by what's quite obvious to everyone else. But because you seek that solid foundation, because you don't like change, you're often afraid to do what you need to do, even if it is ultimately going to lead to your greater good, especially if you feel as though people will be judging you negatively. You guys really tend to care a lot about how others view you. Sometimes you just got to say F it. I know it's hard to do, but when it's between you and others, you are your priority. Anyway, Daughter of Swords. And so this is a very intelligent individual. This is also someone that's very observational. I feel as though you are seeing what's going on in this situation with this. If this situation is in love, even if it's in career, I feel as though you're being observant and choosing not to say anything, but you're very cunning and you're very intelligent. So I feel as though this is definitely your energy and you wanting to say something as well. This could also be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you might be dealing with. But I feel as though this is definitely your energy. You get it gearing up, getting ready to speak on what's going on. Absolutely. Then you have Judgment here. And so this is indicative of something coming to light. Karma balancing things out, essentially. And so I feel as though if you continue to run away from the situation, it's going to get worse. Your advice is definitely to say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, all right? Take on that Daughter of Swords energy and release yourself from this situation. Because if you don't, things are just going to continue to get worse. And if you are in a situation, I just got this, if you're in a situation where you are doing something wrong or have done something wrong to someone, you need to apologize. Because what I just got all of a sudden from Spirit is that this dissolution could have been in a situation where you lied about something. Yeah, someone gave you something and you lied about something. Someone very loving, very supportive that put you in this Queen of Pentacles energy, and instead of reciprocating, you decided to move in another direction that deterred you from them. And now you don't want to apologize. You want to hide everything. You're willing to sacrifice this relationship because you feel as though if you were to come forward and say anything, it would make you seem a certain way. Absolutely. That just came to me very heavy. So some of you all need to be apologizing to someone. Yeah. So that's for some of you. If it don't vibe, let it ride. But yeah, a conversation needs to be had so that this situation can be resolved positively. Absolutely. Then you have the Four of Swords. Absolutely. Absolutely. You needing to really rest. Possibly this other person too needing to rest so that they can achieve this enlightenment. You see how the Lamb has their third eye opened? Absolutely. And that's the I think. And so knowing, I know. So knowing that you did something wrong and being able to express it, to apologize, that just came out super heavy. I didn't even look at this card yet, and I feel it now. There's an apology that needs to be had. Either you need to extend an apology or someone else needs to extend an apology to you. I do feel as though it's you, though, for some of you. This is also you needing to rest and rejuvenate after making a decision to leave a situation that's no longer serving you. This relationship that started off great, but now it has dissolved into something less than great, something that's put you in this discontent and boredom. I feel as if some of you are just missing a friend or a family member that's no longer in communication with you. And then for others of you, it's definitely this job situation. You just no longer having fulfillment in it because there's just too much going on in the background. Too many politics, too many, you know, back and forth. And you do have an opportunity to move on from that once you quit, once you take this offer that you have and move forward with that. Absolutely. You have the Three of Pentacles here. So this is you putting in the work to move towards something that's going to be more sturdy, more firm, that's going to give you greater satisfaction. So you need to move towards whatever's going to put you back into that mindset. You need to share as well. And I feel as though that's not only in finance, that's also in communication. You need to share your feelings. After you've taken a period to really know what they are and be able to discern your truth, you need to be ready to work towards expressing it. Then you have the Son of Pentacles, and so I feel as though this is your energy. This is what you're going to be taking on later on. I feel as though this is going to bleed more into January for some of you. I feel as though there's a retribution that needs to be had on your end or the other end where finances are involved, and so your advice is to get ready for that. Absolutely. I feel as though some of you too are spending too much money on something, or someone's lying to you about how much money they have. And then what did I say? Flip 3 times. What did I say? Flip 3 times. Boom. The 8 of Cups. This flipped 3 times when I was shuffling. And so there's definitely you needing to walk away from something. That's whatever is causing you this emotional distress. You need to walk away from it. Okay. Like I said, you really take the time to really feel your feelings, understand what is going on with you, what's causing this discontent and boredom, what has you out of your element, and then be ready to do what you need to do to get back into you being this upright Queen of Pentacles, back in your element. If that means having an honest conversation with someone about what you did wrong, what they did wrong, solving a relationship, starting a new career, what have you, you need to just go ahead, bite the bullet and do it. And you're going to be successful in that. But if you don't, you're going to continue to experience these feelings of being out of your element. Absolutely. And with this Judgment card, what you put in is what you get out. If you don't put in the work to resolve this issue, what you're going to get out is a never-ending cycle of you having issues with communication and your relationships. So all right, Taurus, thank you so much for joining me at Aquarian Node. Remember, if you don't vibe, let it ride. I already knew from the get-go that this wasn't going to be the best message and that you guys were going to feel some type of way, but it is what it is. I am but a vessel, and that is what Spirit and the cards have for you today. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to doing your reading again soon, Taurus. Bye-bye.